I find a lot of value comes from hearing about uh, experiences from people who are closer to your level than from all of the people who have exceeded that and are at the top of where you want to get to. What's up, everybody? This is another episode of Philadelphia. I'm D Wayne. As you can see, I'm here by myself without Naya. And we're still showing love. Gonna link her Instagram in the description, taken by Naya. So head on over to her social media, see what she's up to. But I just wanted to talk about 3 mistakes that I have made. Um, I am by no means a long-time professional, a vet in this game. I'm still pretty new to it and learning. But I find a lot of value comes from hearing about uh, experiences from people who are closer to your level than from all of the people who have exceeded that and are at the top of where you want to get to. So one big mistake that I have made is buying equipment and gear without research, specifically without enough research. So, for example, I bought a Canon printer not too long ago, and I decided that I wanted to start printing my own photos, for things like taking to coffee shops and putting in little displays. I have a gallery opportunity coming up in the fall, selling prints, things of that nature. So I bought this printer um, that prints on glossy paper. It prints on 8.5 by 11 paper, but it does not print on 8.5 by 11 glossy paper. And I know that sounds ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Why is that a thing? How does that make sense? The issue is, if I would have done just a quick Google search right in the store before I bought it, I would have saved myself some money. Luckily, I had a friend who was willing to take that printer off my hands, and I broke even. But going forward, that is not a mistake that I plan on making. Another mistake that I made, and I love my NEX5s. I love them dearly. Uh, but there are different versions of the NEX5s, and I did not know that. My first NEX5 that I bought is an NEX5R, and I love that camera. It has a screen that flips all the way up, so I could do things. I really enjoyed taking self-portraits, which I haven't really been able to do lately because, right now my setup, I have a big, newer monitor, like a video monitor, which I'm using right now. And that's great, but it's not super portable. And when I have an idea on the random on the street, like, there's not really much I can do with that idea because, well, I don't have time or the space to always carry that with me. So the NEX5Ns that I have now don't have that. And I was online, I was like, NEX5? Oh, I found another NEX5. Cool, perfect. I got it, and I was like, what the hell? Why isn't it doing it? And then I noticed the little markings, one said R, one said N, and, had a pretty significant difference. And the displays and how I go about changing things was a little bit different as well. So, I knew I liked the camera, and I knew I was a fan of the camera, but I didn't know the little details that caused me a lot of inconvenience. Not posting enough. Uh, by that, I mean, I have like thousands of photos that I'm sitting on that I just haven't posted. And One reason is like I discovered editing, and then it was like, all right, I have to edit all these photos before I post them, which isn't the case because a lot of things that I realized in the last video, which you can go back and look at, like editing kind of got this demystified for me in a way that I realized that it doesn't take a whole lot and it's not really like manipulating the picture that much. Like if I'm doing like some major graphic design or something like that, then like editing's important, maybe some print work. But for what I want to do, and just kind of like gaining a following and letting people know that I have the talent and the eye for photography, that doesn't really I don't really need to do a whole lot of editing for that. There are some photos that I definitely needed to edit, and I'm very happy that I did. But there are some that like I feel like I've actually made worse by editing them. And I'm sitting on this pile of photos, and just recently I really have I've started learning about the stock photo sites. Like I got a Shutterstock account now, and even that, like I uploaded a bunch of pictures, but now I'm just being lazy about doing the captions and stuff like that. Which, if I really want to make anything of this and maybe get a little stream of income, I need to do that stuff. And I need to get better with like the social media. And, I'm running a sale and I haven't really talked about it much because like there's a lot of self doubt that comes with being, an artist that's like, well, what if people don't like it or what if it fails? And I really just need to get over that. And I know that for myself, but just know that that's a struggle that a lot of people have. Um, and it took me a long time to even get like a Facebook page that I need to do a better job of posting. So I'm challenging myself now to start posting more, at least 2 to 3 times a week. And that is going to be out there in the public now. So I guess I kind of have to do it. So that is mistake number two. So the third mistake that I've made, which I highly do not recommend, is working on your own gear. I mean, eventually that might be something that you're able to do, and by trial and error, I'm sure that I figured out a few things. But yeah, I made some big mistakes. Like that first NEX5 I was talking to you about, I was having an issue with the door, the battery door, and I decided that I wanted to fix that, and one thing led to another. Ended up taking the whole camera apart, and uh, yeah, now I don't have that camera anymore. I had to throw it away. I fucked up so bad, so bad in trying to do that. And also I have this Olympus. I believe it's 75 to 150, something like that. Anyway, it was like my favorite lens, and I got it back to working order, but it took a long time, and it's not back to perfect working order. I still have some issues. Anyway, I started to take the whole thing apart to fix one little issue. The zoom ring got stuck. Come to find out, all I needed to do was put a little oil in the zoom ring, and everything was fine. And yeah. So anyway, with that being said, all I really ended up with for a while was a deconstructed lens that I wasn't sure how to put back together, and a huge gash on my finger. So don't work on your own gear if you don't have to. If you can find somebody else to do it for you, like that's probably the recommended um, path and method. But if you are industrious like me, I kind of like to see how things work, and you know, if you're gonna do it on something that's not that expensive. So it's not the huge loss, and probably don't do it on your favorite thing. But I got lucky, and I have another lens that I can work with. So just a suggestion. If you found this video helpful, hit me with a like. I would love to subscribe. Still trying to build this thing. This is only video number 3. Um, I don't know. Yeah, all the things will be linked in the bio and well in the description. I'm sorry, this is not social media. be linked in the description. I'm just gonna have a link to my social media pages. I'm gonna link Naya's information in there, and I'm gonna link some of my other projects that I'm working on. I have a few other things going on, a few other channels and whatnot. So anything you can do to help me, that I would be much appreciated. And like, I don't know, even if you spread your love around some of my other platforms, the more I can make things happen on these formats, the more I can dedicate to things like making videos and photography and things of that nature. So yeah, I don't know. Help brother out. So thanks again for watching, and I appreciate you all more than I can really explain. And I will see you in the next one. Deuces.